Hey guys, today I'm super excited to dive into spoilers for The Last of Us Season 1, Episode 7. We're getting so close to the end, but this episode delivered something that I would have put money on that it was coming at Episode 8. But we finally get to learn a little bit about Ellie's past, how she was bit, and of course, her relationship with Riley. So if you have yet to watch HBO's The Last of Us, Episode 7 on HBO or HBO Max, come back later. But make sure you come back because we're going to dive into spoilers. I'm so excited that this episode is finally here. I've been a little nervous about it, a little anxious about it. How are they going to do it? How's it going to play out? For those of us who played The Last of Us DLC Left Behind, we know this story. We know it well. And listen, it felt like it was literally playing through the video game, which could be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on who you ask. Now, the episode starts off, you see a trail where Joel was dragged away. You see the blood, and you know that you get to the house and Ellie's in there with Joel, trying to help him out, right? She doesn't know what to do. Like, he's bleeding out, and she's like, ah. And he's like, just leave. Go to Tommy. He'll take care of you. Now, she doesn't want to leave, obviously, but she doesn't know what else to do. She's, like, freaking out. She just ends up, like, reluctantly putting a jacket over him and leaves. And Joel has, like, this tear. Oh, Pedro Pascal in this moment is so fantastic. He's so good. He's such a great actor. But anyway, then, you know, she leaves. As she's about to open that door to go outside, head back to Tommy, whatever she's going to do, she gets this flashback to her time with Riley. And that is where we get, literally, like I said, the entire DLC. I don't think they've changed much at all. Few little slight changes, but it is basically exactly how things played out in the video game. Now, depending on who you ask, like I said, this could be a good thing or a bad thing. Those that know the story, maybe they wanted something a little bit different. Maybe it feels a little bit repetitive. Maybe it gets a little bit slow for them, considering they know this exact story. But for those who don't know the story or who love the story so much, it is a very, very exciting moment. We see Riley come break in the middle of the night into Ellie's room. You find out very early on they were best friends. Riley left. She ended up joining the Fireflies. But hey, she wants Ellie to come with her and have a really fun night. Now, almost instantly, it feels like there is chemistry there. And I don't know if it's because I knew what was going on or if these actresses are just doing a really, really good job portraying that chemistry between the two. I don't know. It could definitely be me reading into it a little bit. So the surprise is that Riley wants to take Ellie to the mall. Ellie at first is like, yo, are you crazy? This place is supposed to be like overrun and infected. That's why they locked it up. And that's clearly not the case. Riley promises her all will be okay. And they go inside and she tells her that she has 4 wonders of the mall to show her. First thing that Ellie sees is an escalator, which she's completely obsessed with. And I love the way this actress really played that out. That was phenomenal. And then Riley's kind of like, sure, there'll be 5 wonders of the mall since she loved the escalators so much. They go on to ride on a carousel and have a really great time. There's a little chemistry there between them as well. They have, on the way there, by the way, they saw a dead body. That was crazy. And then they stole a bottle of alcohol off of him. So they kind of start to drink that. They're having fun. They're kind of loosening up. They do the carousel. Then they take pictures in a photo booth. I mean, the grid is on, so everything is working inside the mall. Then they go to the arcade, which is a lot of fun for Ellie. And we kind of saw earlier in the series her mentioning an arcade game. So that was really fun for them to be able to play Mortal Kombat together, which Riley absolutely destroys Ellie. Turns out she's been playing a little bit before, so maybe that's why. Because at first I'm like, how would she know fatality? Like, she's 17. That doesn't make sense that she would know this game so well. Like, she's like, get ready for the fatality. But she obviously was sitting there playing it quite a bit while she was there in the mall. The camera pans out while they're playing, and you see that there is an infected that had been stuck to the wall with the spores, and the way they do all that, which looks amazing, by the way, in one of the stores. He's there in the mall, and he kind of like opens his eyes. So you're like, oh, great. Something's going down. And if you didn't know where this is going, this is the moment where things are like, oh, I don't like where this is headed. We do know this is a flashback. Obviously, we've not yet heard of this Riley person, so we're sure something is coming. But it still doesn't make it any easier. It really doesn't make it any easier. Now, Ellie wins. They get excited. They get close to each other. They like almost kiss, but then they don't. And Ellie's all like, I need to go home, but we can hang out again tomorrow. And Riley's like, wait, I got you a present. Come with me. They go to the food court, and the present is the pun book, okay? So this is amazing. This is so great. I love this tie-in. Again, this is from the DLC, but they have that moment together, and she gets that pun book, and they're just going through laughing and having a blast until Ellie sees pipe bombs. She sees a stack of pipe bombs. She asks her if she made them. Riley's like, yeah, it was me. And she's like, to blow up soldiers? And she's like, I mean, I would never blow you up or anything where you're near, but like, yeah, that's kind of what the Fireflies do. Things get a little awkward and weird, and that's when Riley tells Ellie, you know, I've been stationed elsewhere in Atlanta. I'm leaving tomorrow. This is my last night in Boston, and I wanted to spend it with you. I just wanted to say goodbye. This isn't easy, Ellie. And Ellie's like, obviously it's easy. You just did it. Goodbye. And she leaves, okay? Now, she kind of changes her mind and turns around and heads back in, and as soon as she opens the door, she hears screaming, which she follows, thinking that Riley's in trouble, and the final surprise is right there, the final wonder of them all, and that is this Halloween store. Riley's just like, surprise! And you know, I mean, here's the thing, Ellie's really upset, obviously. She really cares for Riley, so she feels like, you know, she's being left alone. It's something that she told Joel in the previous episode when she was like, everyone I care about leaves me. Like, they die or they leave me. And, like, so this is where she's feeling. And, of course, these feelings are valid. And then her and Riley's like, I got something else for you. She pulls out these masks. So, again, right from the video game, Ellie puts on a werewolf mask and Riley puts on a clown mask. And and then Riley plugs in Ellie's Walkman to the sound system, which is their downfall. And the two start dancing and laughing on the counter and having a lot of fun. And then they pull up their masks and they kiss, and it's beautiful and it's lovely and it's so exciting to see them together. But I can't be happy. Poor Ellie cannot be happy because this is when the infected shows up. There's a fight. Ellie ends up killing him and she's very excited, but Riley's immediately crying, looking at Ellie. So when Ellie looks down at her arm and realizes that she was bit, we know that's not a big deal, right? We know that she's immune. Obviously, Ellie doesn't know this in that moment, and neither does Riley. But then we see that Riley was bit on the hand. She was bit as well, which is kind of devastating. And the two of them decide, like, what are we going to do? And it's great because there's this parallel. There's this really, really brilliant, I was going to say movie making, but, you know, series making, television making right here where you see Ellie, she turns and she decides she's going to start looking for stuff to help Joel in the present day. And she's digging through things, looking, seeing what she can find. And then we also get her in the past just breaking stuff, just mad and just destroying things in the mall in this store. And then you see her, which is in the past. She sits down and she's talking with Riley and what are we going to do? Riley says, listen, there's two options. One, the quick and easy way out. Two is, you know, we haven't turned yet. We'll enjoy our time until we turn. We'll go crazy together. We'll lose our minds together. And we'll just be, whether it's 2 hours or 2 days. And the two hold each other and cry. And I was a mess watching this part, knowing what was going to happen. I cried in the video game when I played it. And now I'm crying now. Like, what was going on? I don't know. But then you see, in the present, she finds a sewing kit. She runs down to Joel. And she starts to sew him up. And he's okay, but he is not doing, I mean, he's like losing it. So, you know, we'll see where things go from here in the next episode. But I really loved this episode. I can see how it would be redundant or a little bit slow for some people. But I love it. I love how accurate it was to the source material. What did you guys think of this episode? Down below in the comments. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. You guys can follow me over on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. You can also check me out at MamasGeeky.com. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much to all my monetary supporters, my members, and my Patreons. Love you guys.